Right, this is going to be a separate design video on designing the box to be cut out. And if you want to check out the build video, the link will be down in the description. So I hope you enjoy the video. I do try and explain everything as easy to follow as possible. But if you've got any questions, just put it down below and I'll answer as soon as I can to help you out. So enjoy. So first of all, we need to design the box. So I just use MakerCase.com to design all of my boxes. Anytime I need to laser cut out a box that I just slot together, I just use MakerCase every single time. So first of all, the size of the box we did was 85 by 85 by 85 millimeters. That gives us a nice square box. And the thickness of the material then, I had to go custom because it's 5.5 millimeters. And then the dimensions then we're going outside. So the dimension on outside will be from the outside edge to that outside edge. If you go inside, you'll notice it changes. And we want it opened. If you do closed, it's just going to be a completely sealed box. So we want it open because we want to rotate it this way and have the photos on the front. You can choose how you want it to slot together. I always go with the finger slot, and then you can just slide this up and down. And I went, I think, probably about the maximum there, so we've just got the one slot on each side. And then all you do is press download. It'll show you a preview. You've got every side of the box here. It tells you which side everything is, and then we just press download. So I'll download that as an SVG. Now we've got our file downloaded from MakerCase. I'm going to be opening up Inkscape, and this is where I'll be doing the rest of the designing. So I'm going to import the download, so file and import. This will allow me then to import the download from MakerCase. First thing I want to do now is go to Object and Ungroup. And this will allow me to select each individual item. So the text is still part of it. If you want to remove the text, you just go Object, Ungroup again with that selected, and then you can delete these. I don't need these, so I can ungroup these two. Let's just ungroup everything and just delete all the labels. So what we want to add into the left and right side of our box is a hole for the dowel to go through. So the dowel I'll be using is 9 millimeters. So we'll go 9 by 9. And then we want to center that to this side of the box. So with the box selected, in the top right here, you can see I've got this align and distribute. If you haven't got that there, click this little drop down and just look for it there. It's align and distribute. But I've already got it there. So with the box selected, holding shift, I'll select the 9 millimeter hole we'll be cutting out. And then you see here we got last selected. We actually want to do first selected because we selected the box first. And then we'll go center on vertical and center on horizontal. With that selected, hold shift, and with that selected, I'm going to press Control and the minus key, or alternatively you can go path and then difference. So what that does then, let me remove the color. It's just added a fill to it. Let me just pop a stroke on it. We'll go red to match everything else, and we'll go 0.1. So now this is just one solid piece. Instead of doing the same thing for the right side, I'll just delete that. With the left side selected, Control and D, which will duplicate it. I'm just going to move it to the right, because these are going to be exactly the same on the left and the right. So whatever you do to one side, you can just duplicate it and have it on the other side. So let's design the part that's going to be holding the photos, the actual gear. So again, this needs to be a circle, and it's going to be, we'll go 27.5 by 27.5. This gives us a perfect circle. And again, now we want to cut out the middle section for our dowel. So all I'm going to do is press Control and D. With this already selected, this is going to give me another outline selected. And I'm just going to change the size on this. Again, our dowel is 9 millimeters by 9 millimeters. So the center of that circle to the center of this circle. So we'll select this one, holding shift, select the other circle, and then we're going to go the align and distribute and move that to the center. Again, with them both selected, you can either press Control and the minus key, or go path and difference. So again, this is one bit. So for our little cutouts for our smaller dowels, so our smaller dowels we'll be using to hold the photos are going to be 3mm. So we're going to draw a circle, and then we're just going to change it up here. 3, 3. And then I'm just going to place it anywhere in here. So with the bigger circle selected, hold shift and select the smaller circle. I'm just going to center on the vertical. I'm just going to move that up to about there. So there are quite a few effects within Inkscape which will just allow me to duplicate this and put them in an array around there, perfectly spaced how we want them. So again, with this little circle selected, we're going to go up to this little drop down and we're going to go path effects, and then with this drop down we need to find rotate copies. So we'll see everything's just bunched up here. With the node selection tool in the top left, I'm going to click that, and we want to move this node to the center of this whole circle. So at the moment it's going to be quite hard to try and get it exactly in there. So let's turn snapping on. In the top right here I've got the snapping option. With that turned on, if you click this, I have everything selected. So with that turned on, I can drag this node again and see how it snaps to the center. That's snapped there, and now we'll just up our copies to, we're going to go 14. So again, it's completely up to you how many you want to put in. You can put more or less. So with these now selected, these do still have this path added onto it, so we can't cut these out of that bigger circle yet. So what we need to do now to make this a solid object is go path, object to path, so it'll remove that effect. And then what we can do with the big circle selected, holding shift and select any one of these smaller circles. Again, we can go control and the minus key, or again path and difference, and that then cuts them out of there. And if I put a fill on there now, a fill color, I'll show you what I mean when I say cut out. See how they're all cut out from there. And then lastly, we just need to make the handle. Again, this is something very easy to do in Inkscape. We're going to draw a small circle. Let's say we have this at 15 by 15 millimeters. So with this circle selected, Control and D, I'm just going to move that down. And now very easily I can just hold Control and press the closed bracket, and it's just going to make it grow just a little bit. I say we want it roughly about there. What I'm going to do here now, there's quite a few different ways you can do this, but I'm just going to take the pen tool. I've got snapping turned on up here, so I'm just going to snap to the edge and then come down here and snap to that edge. Same on this side, up to there, and have that. Select all of these, so I'm just clicking and dragging the mouse, and then you see this little option here is called Shape Build Tool. Let's click that, double click, drag. I don't want these outer bits here, so they will disappear once I've pressed finished. So finish, job done. That is our shape. So these sharp edges here, there's quite a few different ways you can fix them if you do want to fix them. The easiest way, in my opinion, just go with the node selector tool. I'm just gonna double click, add a node there, double click, add a node there, and I'll do the exact same thing this side. Or alternatively, you can just select the node and just round it off. But with this way, I can just go in there and then just delete that, and then delete that, and then you'll notice we've got rounded edges. And we can probably delete these two nodes and have it even more rounded. But again, it's completely up to you how you want it. These edges, they're so minuscule, when this bit gets cut out anyway, you don't really notice it. So let's just finish with cutting out this design. So this handle, we want it so it kind of just sits over like that. So it's going to have a cutout here, a 9mm for the dowel, and then also a cutout here, because then we're going to have a bit of dowel that comes out of the side, so again you can grab it with your fingers. So let's get the circle tool again and draw a 9 by 9mm hole. So with that handle selected, holding shift, with the cutout selected, again I'm just going to align this on the vertical, and then I'm just going to move it up just slightly to about there. Now with that circle selected, Control and D again to duplicate it. I'm just going to move that to about there. So let's select that circle, hold shift and select the handle. Again, control and the minus key, and that just uses the difference tool and just cuts the circle out. So again, the bottom one selected, hold shift, that selected, control D. So if I show you with the fill tool on, so at the moment it's just one solid piece. With that selected and this out one selected, hold control and press the minus key, it cuts the circle out. It's just easier to see it when there is color on it. But we don't need color on any of this because we're just going to be copy and pasting this into LightBurn and just creating a cut path with it. So for the design side of things, this is everything we need. Everything else is just going to be the 9mm dowel we're going to be using, or whatever size dowel you will be using, and then the 3mm dowel for this, and then obviously our paper or card for the photos. So we'll save this file now, so if anything happens, we've got it saved to the computer, and then to take it into Inkscape, we can just select all of our items, press Ctrl and C, which copies it, and then within LightBurn we can just press Ctrl and V, and that just pastes it directly into it. So with it all selected, we'll just set it as one cut path, because we want to be cutting out everything in this page. So it's going to cut out the boxes, obviously the hole for the dowels, same with this side, and then this side for the dowel, and also the pegs. I think I'm going to make some changes actually to this gear, because I think that's going to be too big. So let's go back over to Inkscape. Let's completely start again. I think that's just too big, so I'm just going to make it a bit smaller. We're going to go that big, and then again with that selected, Control and D, and then we're just going to change this down to 9mm because that's the size of our dowel. So with the big circle selected and the small one, let's align it to the vertical and horizontal, and then path difference. Let's draw our 3mm cutouts for our small dowels, and we'll drag him just in there. Again, we'll just align this on the vertical, and we're going to put this, I don't want it too close to the edge because obviously we don't want to risk cracking the cog that's going to be holding everything. They should be fine. So with that circle selected, again we're going to go path effects with this drop down, and let's go rotate copies. Again, let's get the node tool, select the center, and we'll snap it in the center of there. Let's go 14 copies, and again with the selected path. Object to path, with everything selected there, Control and minus key, and again that just cuts it out. So let's take snapping off a second, and let's just move everything so it's a little bit tighter together so we have less wastage when we're cutting out. That's perfect. Control and C, and back over to LightBurn, Control and V. There we go. I think that cog looks a little bit better. There you go. So we'll find a scrap piece of wood and then we'll cut this out of one sheet. Right, so after doing a quick test cut and building everything together, we want to make some small changes to this design. So let's say we've saved this previously and we've closed everything down. We'll reopen the exact same file, and literally all I want to do is move these dowel cutouts on the left and right hand side forward, so they're sitting roughly about here. So again, a couple of ways you can do this. You can just delete the nodes and redraw the hole wherever you want it. But all I'm going to do is delete this side, because whatever changes again we make to the left, we're going to have exactly the same on the right. So I'm going to go with the node selection tool on the left. We're just going to double click and drag and just select these 4 nodes. And we're just going to move them up. We want it to go roughly about there, because our cog that's going to hold the photos is going to go about there, I say. So let's move this to go roughly the same place. So with this selected, Control and D, again I'm just going to move it to the right. And then all we need to do is just recut these two pieces out because you don't need to cut everything out again, because we've already got the back and front and the bottom, and also the cog and the handle. So it's just cutting these two pieces out and then replacing them with the old ones. So that's everything done on the design side of things now. Everything's been cut out, tried and tested, and it works as it should beautifully. So this design file, if you want to make it yourself, obviously just follow the video. As it is very, very simple. Just make the box with MakerCase, and then everything else is just made within Inkscape. Or alternatively, check out my Patreon link down below, and it will be on there. I'll also put it on the Mark AM Facebook page as well. And if you want to check that out, again, I'll put a link down below, and then the file should be on there for you. Just join the group. And also, if you want to watch the video of the actual build of this, I'll put that video link in the top corner. I'll also put it down below so you can check that out. And then you can see how it all looks once it's all built and put together.